Today, I'm going to talk about things that are making your demo suck. As a producer and mixer and even operator of an independent label, I have made and received a ton of demos over the years. There are a list of maybe 9 key things that I think are making your demo not serve you so well. Let's raise our game. So here you are, and you want to put your best foot forward. You need to make a demo that not only shows the intention of what you want to do, but is nice enough to listen to so that people aren't cringing and turning it off. If that's going on, we need to make some improvements. So I've got a list of 9 things that I think will help. Let's get started. Number 1, and I don't want to get into songwriting, this isn't the place, but songs have form. They have like intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. They have repetitive parts to hook people in. If you're not really crafting your song that way, it shows people that you really haven't worked on that aspect of what you do long enough to understand what really needs to happen. Max Martin, who is probably the most prolific and successful commercial songwriter of our time, figures that he has about 3 to 5 seconds to make you like a song. Rappers, you are particularly guilty of this. You just rap and rap and rap, and we don't know where you're going, we don't know where you've been. So get your song form together and figure out what the journey is, figure out what the cycle is, figure out what the hook is so that it's attractive to people. Work on that stuff first, because it doesn't matter what you record if you don't have something to present as a song. Number 2 is too much reverb or effect. Now, it's often reverb, and when you put reverb on, yes, it does make it sound bigger, but it also makes it sound far away and it makes it sound cloudy. The engagement level can really go down. Listen to some examples of artists who do the same kind of thing that you do and really dial in what they're doing. Singer-songwriter stuff tends to be pretty small and tight. Now, it's there, but it's not getting in the way. If you're doing dark R&B or something like The Weeknd, you're going to hear more of it, but maybe it's not as much as you think. Number 3 is, your vocal's way too loud. There's a reason the track is there. The track creates dynamic. It's the tension and the release. It's the build-up. It's the breakdown. All this stuff serves the song and the emotion of the song. If your vocal is way up here and the track's way down here, none of that good stuff is happening. So while you're trying to create more impact by making the vocal so loud, what you're really doing is taking away from the impact because the other stuff that is needed for support is just not there anymore. Let the music play its dynamic role and support the emotion and the sonic impact of the song so that what you're trying to deliver can reach out and really attach itself to the listener. Number 4 is badly out of tune elements. Well, sometimes it's the vocal, but often it's one of these guys here. Use a guitar tuner. 5 is trying to show them that you can sing. Well, that's not really why we fall in love with artists. Tons of people can really sing their asses off. We fall in love with emotion, with character, with uniqueness, with a way to say something that we haven't quite heard before. Look, Beyonce got licks for days, but that's not really why you love her. People sing along with the melody, not the licks. So it might vary genre to genre, but focus on the song and delivering those things that I just talked about so that you can engage your audience and make them fall in love with the music. 6, too much 808 and bottom end. So I'm sitting by the laptop today to talk to you about this problem. I know you want to sound really hip and really now, and records do sound like they have a ton of bass on them. But when you get to a smaller system, maybe it just farts a lot and it's distracting and it gets in the way of the impact of the song actually. The other thing is, on small speakers like this, or earbuds or phones, which is how people listen often, what happens is it doesn't reproduce the bottom end at all, so the energy that you are depending on just isn't there. Mix engineers and mastering engineers are really good at creating the illusion of a lot of bottom end, but they've got ways of doing it so that it still works on small systems. 7, too bright. So you add a little bit of high end to the vocal and you like it because it brings some clarity and a little bit of energy. You figure, well, let's try that on the drums, let's try that on guitar, let's try that on the synth. What happens is you sort of get a big cloudy mess over the top of it, and often it kind of hurts. So listen to a couple references, figure out if what you're doing sounds a little bit similar to the records that you like, and then go from there. Too bright is going to be a massive takeaway. It just doesn't sound smooth and professional. All right, we've only got 8 and 9 to go, so stick with me here. 8, how do I do 8? 8 is making demos of songs or things, or doing things in the demo that you just do because you think the music industry will like it. Well, the music industry are just people who like music for the most part. Of course, they calculate all kinds of commercial things. And depending on what your goals are, maybe you want a record deal, maybe you don't, maybe you want to be independent, but don't make the mistake of doing what you think industry people or even other people will like, just for like reasons of everybody's using this sound or that sound. So bring you to the table. What's special about you? What are your ideas? Elevate that, make that amazing, and see what happens. 9 is mixed messages or genre inappropriateness. So you need help making a record. I get that. I need help making records. I always work with teams. I collaborate with people. That's awesome. So you're making a pop record and your producer loves heavy metal and he's decided that he wants to put a 2-minute guitar solo after the second verse. Well, you know that doesn't really fit with your vision. So be really careful about what you're sending out there, because we love artists that know who they are and know what they want to say. When you get to that part of the song that just deviates and goes somewhere that is really uncomfortable, you're just going to lose everybody who lives in that world. Make sure that your demo lives in the same world as the inspiration, passion, vision, and genre of what you do, so that you can deliver the experience to the audience or your fan base that you're really after. So today we've been running through things that make your demo sound either amateur or unappealing. Let's run through the list and make sure we know what all those things are. 1, song form. Get your craft together so that your song sounds like a song and not a meandering mess. 2, too many effects. You got a lot of reverb, you got a lot of things swimming around. It's not engaging, it's not appealing, it doesn't sound cohesive and polished. 3, your vocals way too loud. If it's too loud, it actually takes away. You're trying to create impact, but what happens is it gets less because you don't have the support you need from the track. 4, out-of-tune elements. Nothing takes away from something like out-of-tuneness. It just feels uncomfortable. Some people don't really know why, but it just doesn't feel good. 5, trying to show them that you can sing. Go to any church in the southern US, I'll show you people that can sing. That's not why we fall in love with artists. We're looking for character, uniqueness, and special things. 6, way too much bass or 808 instrument. It's a takeaway because if you don't do it right, it actually either blows systems up or de-energizes them. 7 is way too bright. You're trying to create energy, but you put so much on that what you really do is you get a cloudy hot mess and you get something that really hurts people's ears. 8 is making something that you think music industry people want to hear. Just make great music. That's what resonates with people. Serve your song and serve your artistry. 9 is confusing or mixed messages. Make sure the team around you, make sure your vision is really clear about what you want to say. Nothing is less appealing than an artist who doesn't know who they are. So what do you do now? Well, you use some references and figure out if what you're doing sort of sounds similar to really well-established, good-sounding records. If your technical abilities aren't allowing you to take it as far as you like, keep it simple. A simple, concise, good-sounding representation of a song is way better than an overdone, convoluted, confusing version of a song. Simple, concise, better. I would encourage you to take the confident route. Maybe think about not chasing trends as much as being part of a movement. Do you do what feels right and rely on your instincts and your sense of hipness to guide you. I'll be here sharing everything I know about refining your process and making your recordings sound better in a non-technical way. If you're feeling that, hit that subscribe button. Talk to you later.